What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy MrBaboon. We are back with another reaction video. This time we have top 10 Mafia bosses of all time. Top ranked. So we're going to check this out. You know what I'm saying? This was uploaded, April 24th, 2021. So we're going to react to this. You know what I'm saying? A little 12-minute, 45-minute video. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to react to this. Make sure you guys do like. Comment down below what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Let me get rid of this shit. Hold up. Subscribe, turn on post notifications. Anything else? No, I don't think there's anything else I want to say. We are gonna go and get right into this though.
For several years, we have seen ruthless and influential mafias come and go. Whether they were responsible for bringing the mob community down, or they were a crucial part of the mob's success, you can't argue on this topic. From deadly and violent mobsters to smart and businesslike mobsters, there is one big question that lies in everybody's mind. Who are the top of all time? And if you're looking to get an answer to this question, you must watch this video. Hello guys, this is our channel, and today in this video, we will talk about the top 10 mafia bosses of all time that shook the entire world with their horrifying crimes and illegal business.
Yes.
But hey, wait! Before starting our video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get notified of our latest videos. So let's get started.
Real fast, I want to say I will put the link for the video we were reacting to down in the description. I don't know if I'm gonna put the channel down, that the channel that for the person, you know what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm gonna put that down. I might not, but definitely the link. I'm gonna put down the link if you guys want to watch it. Go check it out. So,
number 1, Carlo Gambino. Carlo Gambino, known as Godfather, was an Italian-American mobster. Born on August 24, 1902, Palermo, Sicily, Gambino was known to be a feared child until the respect from peers made him bosses of all time.
Yeah.
He entered the United States as an illegal immigrant in 1921 and soon got inducted into the Costa Nostra as an assassin just at 9.
Let's see, the Prohibition started at, what, 1925, right? The height of, most mobs and shit was what, 1925? Some, at least. I know Al Capone's height was at 1925. And I want to say that's the Prohibition, too. I want to say. I might be wrong, so disclaimer. I don't know if anything I'm saying is 100% accurate or not. You know what I'm saying? All my videos are for entertainment purposes only. So, just let me state that.
19. Along with other mobsters like Frank Costello and Bugsy Siegel, he became a part of a gang named Young Turks. He slowly established a robust network of robberies, illegal gambling, and many other things. Lucky Luciano ran this gang, and soon Gambino became the head of the Mangano crime family, taking charge of illegal things. In 1957, Carlo killed Albert Anastasia with the help of Vito Genovese. At that time, he was more popular than other bosses. After some time, Don Carlo was put in charge of the crime family and became a boss in the Mangano crime family. For the past 20 years, he served his family.
Al Capone was the youngest to be the boss and everything out of all these guys. I want to say he was the youngest one to be, top dog. He was leading. So I want to say he was like 25. That's what I want to say. That's
and later died on October 15, 1976 in Massapequa, New York. Number 2, Lucky Luciano. Born in 1987 in Sicily and raised in New York City, Lucky Luciano was known as the mastermind and father of the organized crime. The famous Italian-American mobster played a vital role in the National Crime Syndicate, a boss in the Genovese crime family. Later on, he became the most powerful mob boss due to his fierce killing orders. In 1936, he was arrested for running an illegal prostitution racket. He also received a 36-year imprisonment, but due to his awe among others, he struck a deal. In
Most
1946,
people do.
he was forced to leave a country to avoid imprisonment and moved to Italy, where he managed to run all his drug operations in the US. Although he was under the eyes of the police, he continued his several other crime activities.
Yeah, no,
Luciano
he did not
died
give a
on January
fuck.
26, 1962, because of a heart attack at Naples International Airport.
I wonder if John Dillinger was in this list. I wonder.
Number 3.
Al Capone. Al Capone is definitely one of my favorites. Al Capone is like by far the coolest. And if I knew what it was right off the bat, I'll show you the magazine of facts and shit that I got of Al Capone and shit. It's the coolest shit. You know what I'm saying? It tells you a lot of information about Al Capone, and it's just by far the coolest.
Al Capone was the most popular mobster in the world of mobsters,
He was.
often known by the term Scarface.
Yeah.
Capone was born on January 17, 1899 in Brooklyn, New York, and joined the James Street Boys gang during his youth and met his mentor, Johnny Torrio. Later
Yeah, he
on,
did.
he followed Torrio and moved to Chicago and eventually helped.
Yeah, no, he.
Boy meets girl. Girl likes boy. Boy thinks it's love.
Most
Cue
people
romantic
know who Al
montage, blah,
Capone
blah,
is.
boy doesn't want to fly home,
Yeah.
tears, yada yada, skipping
Most,
pictures, he gets
almost
tickets to the
all
really
people know
juicy
who
bit, which is this.
Capone is. So, I mean,
Boy didn't pay change fees
you don't know
when
who
he changed
Capone
his
is,
flight
then
to stay.
You know what I'm saying?
Make way for the fist of the
Come on,
Phantom.
these ass need hurry up, bruh. Come on, let's go. Thank you. Thank you.
helped him
Thank you.
run a successful bootlegging business. Al Capone became the most powerful mob boss in Chicago
He
from
did.
1925 to 1931. He became the co-founder of Chicago Outfit and crime boss who reigned for 7 years until he was 33. Capone became famous because of leading the St.
Yep.
Valentine's
Yep.
Day massacre in
He
1929,
did. He became famous for
in
that.
which 7 members of the rival gang were killed. In 1931, he was confined.
You know what's crazy? You go to that spot where that happened and everything, right? You can still see the bullet holes and shit. Or is it the same spot? Or they I don't know. I know there's a place. I read it somewhere. Or maybe it was like one of those little videos up on Facebook, Instagram. One of them shit. No, definitely not Instagram. Either Snapchat or Facebook, right? Talking about that, and they said, I don't know if I don't exactly know. I don't remember, if I'm being honest, but I want to say they took the wall and like put it somewhere like in a museum or some shit like that for history purposes and shit like that, because it was definitely, you know what I'm saying. But if you see the wall, there's still bullet holes in the wall, so I think that's pretty cool.
to 11 years in prison. Later, he began to show the symptoms of syphilitic dementia while he was in jail. He died due to cardiac arrest on January 25, 1947, after being released from prison.
He did.
Number 4. Bugsy Siegel. Bugsy Siegel was a Jewish American mobster born on February 28,
I think I heard of this one.
1906 in Brooklyn, New York. He was like a celebrity gangster attracted to American Mafia, especially the National Crime Syndicate, during his time. As a close associate of Meyer Lansky, Siegel stepped into the bootlegging business and eventually co-founded Murder Inc., which is the enforcement arm of the mob. In 1936, he moved to California and started running his rackets for several mob bosses on the East Coast. Bugsy became popular amongst Hollywood celebrities and eventually began developing casinos in Las Vegas and Nevada by taking help from his girlfriend, Virginia Hill. He even tried to murder famous mobster Harry Greenberg in 1939, but successfully murdered in 1942. On June 20th, 1947, Siegel met the end of his life, where he was shot dead at the home of his girlfriend, Virginia Hill, in California.
Damn.
Number 5. John Gotti. John
I have heard of
Gotti,
John
often
Gotti.
called Dapper Don for his famous suits and media coverage, was the most powerful mobster in America during
I
the
have heard of
1980s.
John Gotti.
He was born on October 27, 1940 in Bronx, New York. At the age of 12, he started working for Carmine Fatico and soon became a Gambino crime member by selling heroin with his crew. In 1985, Gotti organized a killing to murder his Gambino crime boss, Paul Castellano, to control the Gambino crime family.
That is true.
After killing his boss, Gotti started running criminal activities from prostitution to narcotics distribution and made millions. Although he avoided going to prison multiple times, his crimes finally caught him. He got arrested in 1992 for several crimes, including tax evasion, 5 counts of murder, and racketeering. Later on, John Gotti died in 2002 due to throat cancer in Missouri Federal Prison. Number 6. Frank Costello.
Yeah, I have heard of him.
Castilla, better known as Frank Costello, was also referred to as the Prime Minister of the Underworld. He was born on January 26, 1891 in Calabria, Italy. He grew up in East Harlem and became the head member of the 104th Street Gang. During his criminal career, he listed to the top of United Scene's crime scene and became an Italian mafia gangster. In 1920, Frank tied up with Luciano and started running a bootlegging business in New York and the South. After some time,
bootlegging
he
was
led
like
the Luciano.
Bootlegging was like real popular. It's I don't know if you know what I mean. I mean, most people know who it is, what bootlegging is and everything. But like alcohol was illegal and shit. You know what I'm saying? So they was moving it. They was doing all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they made their money. Bootlegging and, you know, dealing, all kinds of shit. That's how they made their money. So, I mean, it's...
family, known as the
Genovese
crime family. Costello began to spread his political influence soon after Luciano was put behind bars for his illegal prostitution rackets. During his time, he ran a vast empire and ordered a lot of death, which made him unpopular. Later, in 1957, he was shot in the head by the rival mob boss, Genovese. Luckily, he survived and continued running his operations, although all his power diminished. However, he died from a heart attack in February 1973 in his Manhattan home. Number 7. Tony Accordo. Tony Accordo, known as Big Tuna, was born on April 28, 1906 in Chicago, Illinois.
I want to say I have
became
heard
a
of him.
Capone trainee and helped him grow through the ranks of the Chicago.
We all know my memory is pretty shitty. So, you know what I'm saying? We all know it's definitely a well-known fact. My memory is shitty. So, hopefully I can remember something. You know what I'm saying?
During his youth, he was also referred to as Joe Batters, who killed a few men with his baseball bat.
He definitely
Tony
did.
also participated in the St. Valentine's Day massacre by his own admission and many others, but was never found guilty. After Capone went to prison, the position of Tony continued to rise. In 1947, he became the head of Chicago outfield and continued to live his life for 8 decades. He started making money by running various rackets like extortion, gambling, sharking, and bookmaking during his time. His low lifestyle kept him out of the press and law enforcement back. By the 1980s, he moved to Florida and started living with his daughter and son-in-law in Chicago. It was there where he died due to heart and respiratory problems at the age of 82 in 1996.
I would say,
despite his horrifying
a lot of these guys have
and illegal rackets,
died of natural causes and everything. A lot of them has passed away from natural causes, like heart failure and, you know, throat. You know what I'm saying? Like that one, he died from throat cancer in 2002. It's, you know, he was definitely a smoker. I think he was a smoker. Well, I might be getting him confused with someone else. But, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys definitely died from, like, natural causes and shit. Some of them young age and everything, too. Like, I mean, Capone lived for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I think there was actually a movie on Capone. Well, that was a shit ton of movies on Capone. You know, there was a movie about John Dillinger. Johnny Depp played him in Public Enemies. Good movie, too. Really good movie.
He spent only 1 night in jail in his entire life. Number 8. Paul Castellano. Paul Castellano was known as the Godfather because of one of the most powerful crime families in New York City. He was born in 1915 in Brooklyn, New York, and was known for his business skills, which led to Carlo Gambino choosing him as his successor. From 1976 to 1985, he had vastly skilled killers and big earners in the family.
Things are out, bro.
At this time, he was earning more money by doing his enforcement on command. He had huge earnings from his poultry company, which he invested all his earnings in criminal ventures. Being a boss, he gained massive wealth, as Gambinos remained the top family in New York. After becoming head, he was hit by several charges at the federal and state level. In 1985, John Gotti killed Castellano. Because the murder was unauthorized, several mafia gangs ultimately blamed Gotti for weakening the Gambino crime family. Number 9. Frank.
I don't know who that dude was. Like, come on, bro. I don't want to see no Fortnite, bro. This game is just pissing me off, bro. Fuck Fortnite, bro. Shit is so annoying. I'm about to uninstall
Drones are a
that
lot
shit.
of fun, but if yours gets caught in power lines or crashes into a substation.
Frank Lucas. Frank Lucas was born in 1930, North Carolina, and befriended a gangster named Bumpy Johnson in his youth. When Johnson died, Lucas started his own drug ring, which became one of the biggest drug rings in the 20th century.
Damn.
He also gained the privilege to smuggle heroin and started bribing the U.S. Army so that he can use their military aircraft. Both Lucas and his gang members became famous for their brutal violence to commit crimes. In 1975, Frank Lucas was arrested for drug trafficking that involved over 100 drug convictions. Despite his heinous crimes, he was sentenced to 70 years in prison and was released in 1981 after serving only 5 years in prison. However, Lucas was set free due to his cooperation as a state witness on a drug case. In 2019, he died due to natural causes at the age of 88. Number 10. Salvatore Toto Vieina.
This one I haven't heard
Born in
of.
Corleone, Sicily, on November 16, 1930, he was one of the most feared mob bosses of all time. Salvatore was born
Did he say
and raised
1930?
in Italy and soon became the boss of the Sicilian Mafia.
I want to
During
say he
his
said
career,
1930.
he murdered 40 people and gave multiple orders to hit hundreds of others. He even ordered the murders of many prosecutors of anti-mafia, but unfortunately, this action led to his arrest.
Dang.
Salvatore was charged with multiple murders, crimes, and sentenced to multiple imprisonments.
Damn.
While he was in prison, he went through 2 surgeries in the medical unit and was in a medically induced coma. He died on November 17, 2017, just a day after his 87th birthday.
Damn.
And even after his death, Salvatore is considered the most dangerous mob ever. Conclusion. So guys, this was our list of top 10 mafia bosses of all time. Before saying goodbye to you all, let us know which mafia bosses you like the most. Drop in the comments section below and we will be happy to hear from you.
Yeah, I mean, John Dillinger wasn't up on this list, but I mean, he definitely made an impact and shit. And like, I mean, there was a lot of, you know, people who made impacts up in the mob life. So, I mean, these picks right here were definitely good picks. You know what I'm saying? So, definitely some good picks. I like it. I like it. Al Capone definitely. You know what I mean? Al Capone is just, in my eyes, he's top dog. In my eyes, Al Capone is on a whole another level. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna leave it there. Make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. Positivity is key. Motivation is key. Happiness is key. I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys stay safe.